Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Amethyst Room Witch and today it's Witch Casket time. Now, for anyone who hasn't seen one of my videos before where I do the unboxings of the Witch Casket, of the monthly Witch Casket, this is genuinely how it arrives. In the most nondescript plastic bag that will go through the postal systems, but you can't tell who it's from. Even the return address doesn't list Witch Casket, so it doesn't matter who could potentially be signing for it or going to pick it up or anything like that. It doesn't matter about any of that because no one's going to know. So if you're having to practice your craft and you're still in the broom closet, it's okay. It's absolutely fine. You can still get Witch Casket. You can still get one of these through your door every month, just without anyone knowing. All they need to know is your name and your address. That's it. That's all they'll see. They won't see any other details. So, I didn't show the address label because it has my address on it. I kind of don't really want that information out there. So, privacy. Let's get into it. Well, get into privacy? No. Let's get into I'll get this open. Not usually, I think I usually go from the other end, and that's why I'm having an issue. Never mind. Right, so one thing I do want to, or I did want to, I know there it is. One thing I do want to point out is that Witch Casket are a vegan, cruelty-free, non-recyclable free, like literally everything from this bag to the box to the packing peanuts, literally everything can be recycled, reused, repurposed in some way. So that's always really nice. Like they go out of their way to find things, because I said this bag, it's biodegradable, so it's not going to harm the planet. It's, you know, it's not going to harm any animals. Sorry, I have a Luna to my right who, I don't know what she's doing. She's just following me around. I think it's because I haven't been well recently, and so she's like, I need to follow. I need to make sure you're okay. You're a little darling, though, aren't you? She's a little darling. Right. So, this is March. This is the March casket. What was the March caskets? I want to say it was Intentions, because I believe the April casket is all about like curiosity kind of items. I'm not entirely sure. My memory's a little bit, sorry, I keep waving my hands and she's watching my hands, so I'm getting distracted. You're a little madam, you are. She's moved. She's not somewhere where I can easily see her and I can flap my hands around and do all of this. But yes, no, so the March casket was all about Intentions, I believe, and then the April casket is all about something to do with curious items. They've posted about it on their Facebook page. Pretty sure it'll be on Instagram. Like everywhere you could find the information of what the theme for the next casket is, it's there. It's available now. Hello, little miss. So yeah, let's get into the March casket, which Luna's looking quite intrigued. Let's have a look and see. It smells amazing though. It really does smell amazing. So we have intentions. I was right. So the March theme is indeed intentions. Now they don't tell us what the theme of April is, but this is the front of the pamphlet. I love how in some lights you can see some extra details, like there's a bit of paper over here, there's all sorts of things on this. But so this is the front of the pamphlet. It always comes with, every casket comes with a pamphlet. So I'll show you the outside covers first, and then we'll go through the inside contents. On the back, it's the social media highlights. So if you post what you if you receive a casket and take a photo of at least one of the items and post on social media, especially Instagram, you can get featured on the back. So it's like extra witchy people that you can find and follow. So the inside contents, inside cover is some kind of artwork. And I love this. I do love this. Sorry, I'm slightly distracted by the smell that's emanating from this casket. It really does smell amazing. And I've got a furball who looks like a rabbit. Little weirdo. So that's literally on the reverse of the cover. So next we have a message from the amazing mother-daughter duo who dreamed up Witch Casket in the first place. So Witch Casket has been around for a few years. I've been subscribed since well, the first casket I received was January 2020, and I've not missed a casket since. I flatly refuse to miss a casket because I just think they're amazing. I love their ethics. I love everything about them, because also, forgot to mention, was with every casket that they sell, every casket that they ship out, they plant a tree. So however many caskets they sell every month, that's how many trees they're planting every month. Like some months will sell out, so they, you know, increase the number of caskets they have for the next month, or a couple of months down the line, because, you know, for whatever reason, you can't always do it that quickly. But they'll have more, they'll sell more, and the more we as witches spread the knowledge, the fact that Witch Casket are here, they do all of this stuff, they'll, you know, more and more people can find them and subscribe and receive magical mail that is truly amazing. Like, it's, can't call it magical because it's already magical. Like, it's just so good. I rave about them. Like, this is from one of their past caskets. It's a pentacle, and where my finger is, there's a little cauldron at the bottom. So it's like I'm cooking up some protection. I always wear this. I very rarely take this off. And I definitely don't take it off more than a couple of hours at a time. So it's, yeah. But anyway, back to pamphlet. So we've talked about the front and back covers. We've talked about the inside artwork. Now we've got the message. So let's have a read. Greetings, magical witches. Here it is, a casket filled with tools to help to set and direct intentions and manifest your desires. Please read through the pamphlet so you can familiarise yourself with the contents and any safety information. We are, as always, busy preparing next month's casket, and we have so many wonderful magical plans for future months. In the meantime, If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to email with your feedback. They do put the email in the message. It's just easier. We'd love to hear from you. Also, please be sure to tag any social media posts, #Witch Casket, so we can easily find and share your posts. Each time we're tagged in one of your bewitching, beautiful posts, we can't tell you the appreciation and love we feel. You all are so special and important to us, and it means the world to us to know you are happy with what we do. Sending all our love and positive energy to you all. Until the next time, be well, Deb and Ella. So that's the message. There's always a message inside every casket. And then between the back cover and that message is what I call spoilers. It's literally a list of all the items, a little bit of, like a little blurb about them. If, there's always a spell kit, so there'll always be like a list of what's in that kit. It won't give you the instructions because they'll be in the kit. But, it goes through everything. But sometimes some of the information is repeated because it's already on, like, crystal, for example. Crystals usually come with an info card, so that will be that the information on the info card will be repeated in the pamphlet. So there we go. Right, let's get into the casket, because this is the good stuff. This is the good stuff. And I'm just rearranging some things just so I can sit slightly more comfortably. That'll do. Right, so first off, we have the artwork, which looks amazing, which on the back of it has monthly manifestations. I don't do them, but just because I don't doesn't mean, no one else who subscribes can. So it's 3 questions. That's all it is. And that's the artwork. That's this month's artwork. I love the cauldron element to it, and the shooting stars and the crescent moon, and I just love it. This is one of my favourite pieces of artwork. I've got 2 frames on my walls which are filled with the inside artwork. So this and these. They don't always come this size. Sometimes they are square. Yeah, it all depends on the casket. But this is the artwork for this month. I really like that. Right, so we have a happiness simmer pot ritual kit. Contains all you need to raise the vibration of your home. I'll open this towards the end when I repack everything up. So let's rearrange things a little bit. Right, let's get into it. We have a scroll. So with this scroll, you can already see it's magical intentions. These used to come with stickers instead of this lovely little metal ring to keep it, tightly rolled. I kind of miss the stickers a little bit, but I will admit that having these, so much easier. And it has, setting your intentions is at the very heart of any spell, ritual or manifestation. Magic is nothing without intention. And it talks about the different ways that you can create I think it's create an intention. So there's visualizing, incantations and journaling. Ooh. It's all on there. Oh, I'm gonna roll it the other way because when I put this scroll away, it will live in a lovely little folder. But I put all these parchment scrolls in its own little plastic wallet type thing. This isn't tight Alrighty. Apologies for the sound, by the way. Apologies for that sound. I know some people can be noise sensitive or particular noise sensitive, so that's not working either. I can still smell something absolutely amazing in this casket, and I'm looking forward to finding out what it is. I will get this scroll. Because I've unrolled it. I'm really hoping I've managed it this time, because this is the last. There we go. I managed it. I did it. I did the thing. Right. Let's have a look at. Oh, this is heavy. What's this? What's this? So it's in a bag. Lovely little bag. And let's see. This is the clangy sound that Luna seemed most intrigued by. Oh, it's another one. But there's another thing. And there's an info card. An Enchanting Intentions Altar Tool Set. Don't worry, I'll go through what they are. So we have, on the back, there's 2 items. So that's why there's two things. So this set includes an Enchanting Intentions candle carving tool, which has just such detail on it. And there is a guard to keep the sharp pointy end protected, or us protected from it. So use this magical carving tool to etch sigils representing your intentions into your candles before working your candle magic. Work mindfully and with intent. Now let's see, will she? There she is. Yeah, she's not sure about that. So that's item number 1. The second item is really pretty. Now I've got to find a use for this. It's an Enchanting Intentions spoon. So I'm holding it this way because that's the way the image is on the spoon. And I will say that the engraving is all the way around the back of the handle, but this is where the detail is. And that moon. So this is an Enchanting Intentions spoon. Stir your intentions into your recipes, potions and brews with this carefully crafted stainless steel spoon. Clockwise to invoke, counterclockwise to banish. Interesting. I don't always subscribe to the clockwise, you have to stir it a particular way. I stir it whichever way I fancy. Because... oh, that does not want to. So that's the jingle jangle that Luna was hearing before, and I've got to put that a different way now, because otherwise Luna will try to attack the string pulley things. So next we have crystal. So Luna would attack these bits, which on that bag were string, whereas well, she'll still go for this one anyway. Now this crystal, this is the back of the info card. And the crystal itself is sodalite. And it's not just a tiny little crystal, we're talking a decent sized sort of chunk of it. And the info card says, sodalite brings emotional balance, enhances self-acceptance, and raises self-esteem. This magical stone can help you to overcome negative self-talk and encourage rational thought, clarity, and communication, allowing you to set the firm intentions which are essential to magic. So this is sodalite. Quite a funky looking blue stone. So that's the crystal. We don't always get a crystal, but there's usually a crystal. Not always though. Next, let's have a look at the pin. So the artwork on the back of the pin, back of the card, is that the pin itself looks a little something like that. Hands stretched out for the crescent moon, with wisps of cloud dancing around the image. I like that. That's one of my favourites. I personally don't wear badges, but in the pamphlet there's hints on what you could otherwise do, which I'll come to later. Right. These next two items are separate but come together. So we have an Intentions Sealing Wax set. And we've got 4 different waxes. Ooh, yay. Use this sealing wax to seal charm bottles or envelopes, or use with a stamp to stamp your intentions into your work. You can even add herbs or embed crystals into your wax to give your spells more power. So I know at one point Witch Casket did those little you put the little bits of wax into a spoon and melt it and then pour the wax from the spoon, whereas this time we've got 4 sticks of wax that sort of look a little bit like candles, but they're not. If you light the wick, well, you choose one, light the wick, and then as the wax melts, you let that drip onto wherever you're putting your wax melt, and off you go. But there we have the black, white, green, and red. So black wax could be used for banishing, letting go, and protection. White is purity, cleansing, and all magical workings, because white is the typical what's the word? It's the substitute. So if you don't have any other colour of candle, you can use a white candle. Green is good for abundance, good fortune, and growth. And then finally we have red, which is good for passion, courage, and strength. So we've got a set of 4. And then in this separate little box, we have the Intentions Wax Seal Stamp, and it comes in a lovely funky little box. And the message on the back is, use this enchanting stamp with sealing wax to seal charm bottles or envelopes, or to stamp your intentions into your work. So let's have a look. Oh, now I haven't looked at the image, but that's the handle. That's pretty. That's pretty posh and funky, and I really like that. So I hold it this way, trying not to get too much of a glare, but it says, so mote it be. I like that. I really like that. Now, I don't personally use wax to seal spells. I did it once, and I think I just thought it was a bit too much fuss and bother, so I just don't do it. So it's not a me thing. However, I do love a good wax stamp, wax seal stamp. So it will go with the rest of them, hopefully, and I will use it at some point to do something with it. So the next item we have, it says what it is on the box. It's a sigil plate with chalk. And the back, use the chalk to draw sigils or words relating to your intent, then use the slate for your spell work. For example, stand your candles on the slate to work candle magic, or place your spell jar on the slate to amplify your intent. So let's see. That is pretty epic. Now, the chalk has broken, but it's still usable. So it was just a case of the box was bigger than the packaging. The box was a little bit too big for the inside packaging, because this is the back of the slate plate, and this lovely letterbox opening is where the chalk would have sat. Now, it's not quite, but I do love this. So I'm just going to get it out of the cardboard because I'm not putting it back in. And that's what it looks like. It's hard to see, but it's, so you've got a crescent moon, a pentacle, clouds, shooting stars, and it's a repeated thing. So where my fingers are, there's a pentacle by the crescent moon. So I'm trying not to drop it. But that is really pretty and understated as well. So you could use this as a coaster, if anything. So that's an idea, certainly. We have let's pop that on top there because you're empty. Let's do this incense. So we've got an intentions incense, and this is a magical blend of sandalwood and frankincense. This is what I've been smelling. So on the box, it does give you some fire safety, as is pretty standard with most boxes of incense. And then on the other side of the fire safety, we have an affirmation, should we want to use it, all about setting magical intentions. So there's a good half dozen to a dozen, I think, sticks of incense, so that's always really nice. And finally, because if you don't know what a packing peanut is, it's something like this, typically polystyrene or some kind of other plastic product, whereas this, Luna likes to eat these, so I may have to try and find the smallest. Found it. I found the smallest, and if she were here, she would be all over this, and she'd be trying to steal it off me. Oh, there she is. She's wandering back in. What's this? Come on in. She only gets the one. It's perfectly fine. She's perfectly safe. Like, if I were to put that into water, it would dissolve. So, finally, we have a Witch's Willow charm kit, which seems interesting. So, we've got... Oh, she's licking it to death today. So we've got items inside. So it's a kit, it's another kit. I like it when there's more than one kit, because then it's like, what do I do? Oh, so we have some black twine, or string. Twine, string, same thing. Then we have, I think there's some bells. So it's just a plain little bell, and you get 3 of them. So I've unwrapped one. We get a pentacle charm. We get a key charm. It's quite a funky little. Sorry, I'm trying to use the moon behind me, which I know is not. And if you look at that, that's quite a funky little key. And it's only meant to be a little charm to hang from this lovely circle of willow. This is what, it's a mix of this and that incense, and Luna is looking really, really interested in this. Wait it, come on in. So you get a few things that you can add to it with using the twine, and there is a small instruction thing on the side. Mindfully and with firm intention set, use the black twine to hang your bells, key and pentacle from your willow ring. So it's a ring. As you add them, focus on the properties of each item. Willow for strength, bells for cleansing, pentacle for protection, and key for unblocking and safety. If you wish to add additional charms or amulets to match your intentions, this is optional, but is possible. Once your magical charm is complete, hang it in your home. I'm definitely doing that. Definitely doing this at some point, because I love the idea of it. It's just, and I can hang it on my tree. I have it looks like a Christmas tree because that's what everyone knows them as, getting put up in December, but I keep mine up all year round, and I typically decorate it for every Wheel of the Year celebration. Not everyone does that. I do, because it's something I wanted to do, and yeah. So once my willow ring is all complete and I have done what I fancy to it, I will hang it up on my tree. And of course I'll be taking a photo and posting it, because why not? But yeah, so that's the final item from this month's Witch Casket, which was the Willow Charm Kit. So now we've got everything out, and all that's left in the box is packing peanuts. Let's have a look at the spoilers. I call them spoilers because they are genuinely, it's a list of everything, what comes with it, you know, information about it. And I prefer not to see it until after I've looked through the whole casket. So, because it just makes it a lot easier, because sometimes when I'm repacking the casket, which is what I do now when I go through everything in the pamphlet, is I'll find I'm repacking it in a different order to what I got it out in. So there's that as well. So first off, we have, see, the first item is the Witch's Willow Charm Kit, which has the blurb in the pamphlet is the same as the information on the box. So first off, straight away. Next, we have the Enchanting Intentions Altar Tool Set, which I opened a little while ago. What is this lovely little bag? See, these are the strings that Luna would eat if she were left alone with them. This bag doesn't want to close, but that's fine. I'll repurpose it. But that's going in. Just gonna pop that on there. And again, the blurb in the pamphlet is the same as the info card, with the candle carving tool and the intentions spoon. Next, we have the sigil plate with chalk. And again, the blurb in the pamphlet is the same as what's on the back of the box. So, but that's this lovely little thing. See there, you can sort of see some of the things. But I love it. So I'm just going to pop the box in, which I'm going to place under. Now I'm leaving the plate and chalk separate, just because I want to keep them out. That sits there. Next we have the Intentions Sealing Wax Set, which was the box of 4 coloured waxes for sealing things up, and the Intentions Wax Seal Stamp. Now both blurbs for both items are the same as the info on the back of each box. So we're running pretty you know, there's all this info and it's already there. So it's fine. It's great. So if you lose the box, you've got the info for it still. I like that. Next, we've got the Happiness Simmer Pot Ritual Kit. I'll come back to that in a moment. The Intentions Incense. It's a magical blend of sandalwood and frankincense. It has the affirmation in it. However, it does include a did you know Witch Casket incense, like all Witch Casket products, contains no artificial fragrance. We believe in the true magical qualities of herbs, flowers and plants, and there is no substitute for their natural aroma. So, there's no fragrance oils used. It's pure essential oils. You can't, like, that's quality. Like, not all incense making companies will do that. So we've got the incense, we've got the Sodalite tumbled stone. That's this lovely thing. So with this, again, the blurb that's on the card, the info on the card, is the blurb is written in the pamphlet as well. So there's that as well. Is that handy? We've got the Magical Moon enamel pin. Honouring the moon, the magic of the moon, this enchanting pin will add magic to any jacket or bag or enhance any wall display. That's what I use these for. Although I have yet to decide if I should put some more things up on my pin board. I haven't used it fully yet. Then we've got the Magical Intentions parchment scroll. This is different. Setting your intentions is at the very heart of any spell, ritual or manifestation. Magic is nothing without intention. This month's scroll is inscribed with powerful ways to set your intention. This information can be copied to your grimoire or book of spells, or you can simply place the sheet inside your spellbook. Framed, these scrolls can also add splendour to the walls of your home. Now, as I've said before, I keep these in a folder because I split them between Kitchen Magic and General Magic. This will go in my General Magic. Finally, well, before the Happiness Simmer Pot kit, we have the Magical Intentions art print. We hope you love this striking art print, which was designed exclusively for you by our in-house designer, Faye. Use the reverse of this stunning art print to work on your monthly manifestations, and then frame it or add it to your grimoire of Book of Spells. So that's everything, apart from the Happiness Simmer Pot kit. So in the pamphlet it says, entombed within this package is everything you need to raise the vibration of your home. This magical envelope contains 3 herbs, which it does name and number. That'll be important in a minute. And the full instructions. Now, depending on how long these instructions are, there might even be an extra bit of artwork. I forgot there were those as well. So, I've just taken everything out. It's a recyclable paper package, and inside we have 3 herbs which are numbered. So number 1 is rose petals. Not that I need any more of those, but it's rose petals, definitely rose petals. Then we have orange peel, dried orange peel to be specific. And then number 3, mint. Always do with more mint. And then the instructions. And it does have artwork. It does have artwork. The artwork. I love that. I love it. It's just so pretty. And then on the reverse of the artwork, the instructions. Now it's a simmer pot. I'm going to do a separate video on sort of simmer pots and what could be done instead of simmer pots, which I really like the sound of. Well, no, it's not what I really like the sound of, it's what I've done a few times and I love them, fallen in love with them, and I'm just running with it. Now it does say in the instructions that you will need the 3 herbs and some water. I won't be using water, but I'll get to that another time. I'll cover that in a separate, completely separate video. And then it just puts everything, writes everything down. This particular instruction list, instruction will go in, it won't go in my normal spell book, my personal spell book. This one is going to go into a different book, but I'll show that. I'll talk about that in another video. I've definitely mentioned the different books and folders I have in a video I did about spell books, grimoires and Book of Shadows. But this Happiness Simmer Pot Ritual Kit is the last item to be reunited with this month's casket. Everything else, that's genuinely it. So I know I didn't specify the Witch Casket email that they give in the message. However, everything you could possibly want to know, like the different pricings, because different parts of the world, you know, because there's the UK, Europe, and then the rest of the world. So depending on where you are, depends on like the price, but for what you pay and what you get, so you get so much more. Like, it was amazing. I believe it was last year where literally within the space of 4 months, each casket costs for me about £30, 30 English pounds, and out of those 5 caskets, I received about 4 caskets that were each worth minimum 100. And I'm only paying 30. I'm paying a third of the value compared to what I'm receiving. Like, that was just bonkers to me. It really is amazing. If you want to know any more about what they do, how they do it, you know, the planting a forest, planting a tree for every casket, you can find that on their website. Everything you will need to know, or everywhere you can find the information about them, will be in the description below, so you can easily check out their website, have a look into, you know, past caskets that they've posted. And yeah, if you want to see me unbox any previous caskets, they're all in a playlist as well. But yeah, Magical Intentions for March 2025. Crikey, that was the first time I've done that this year. So, as I said, I believe the theme for April is like curious items, or curious tools, curious something or other. It's curiosity, I don't know, it's something to do with like things you might, I believe it's things you might not necessarily think about using in your craft. I'm not entirely sure. Check out their social media, that'll be posted, that's definitely been posted, and I hope you've enjoyed this. I will see you again soon. Stay safe everyone, and blessings to you all.